Alrighty, guys, another day's in the books for Palantir stock and for the entire stock market, which today was a really good day, guys. We had the CPI data from this morning boost the stock market, and we had the FOMC statement, the press conference, which it seems like we did lose some of the gains during that press conference, but still, we had the Russell up 1.6% on the day, the S&P went up 0.8%, the NASDAQ went up 1.3%, and we had the Dow slightly in the red, but still, guys, it was a good day across the board, and Palantir stock ended up going up over $24 earlier in the pre-market, and we closed at $23.75. So we have to break down the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and of course, we'll break down some other stocks later in the video if we have time. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000 by using that link down below, checking out the QR code right here, or by going to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, boom, just like that, you get a bunch of stocks, guys. So get your money. And with that being said, cheers, let's get into it. So again, man, another day is in the books for the stock market, and we had a very nice day across the board, except for the Dow, which again had a little bit of a red day, but who cares about the Dow anyway, guys? We had the S&P and the NASDAQ up pretty good on the day, and the VIX went down under 6, or over rather 6%, so volatility got squashed, and it looks like the metals went up as well today. Gold up 0.5%, and we have silver trying to break back over $30 an ounce, up around 1.6% on the day. And looking here at Palantir stock, guys, we can see when we got the CPI data this morning, the stock shot up, boom, just like that, to the mid 24s, taking out the highs from yesterday and from the last couple of days for that matter, right? Yesterday we closed at about $23.95, and you guys probably remember I talked about how that was actually the high from last week as well on the 6th of the 6th of June, right? I forgot what month we were in for a second, guys. So yeah, last Thursday we hit $23.95. We hit that again yesterday, and this morning, which is great for the bulls, we were able to get out of there again to $24.35. Very good sign overall for the bulls. What would have been even better would be if we held that $24 mark at close, but it's not the end of the world that we actually sold off for the majority of the day and we closed under 24. All we have to wait now and see is if we get back over that point, maybe at some point tomorrow, Friday, maybe at some point next week, right? But overall, the fact that we took out 24, broke above those highs from the last week, and we hit 24.35, that's a very good sign for the bulls. And if I show you guys, let's say maybe the 10-day 30-minute chart, you all can see how we hit a fresh high on this time frame. We're above both moving averages. Obviously, we have a golden cross. That's pretty obvious, right? As we're holding above 23.75 right now. And on the 20-day chart, we just hit a fresh high as well, and now we're officially up around, let me see, guys, we hit $20.50 roughly at the end of May, and now we're up around 16% off those lows, and earlier today when we hit over $24, we were up almost 20% off the lows. Unfreaking believable, right? And on the 4-hour time frame, now you're noticing the cup and handle clear as day. Do you guys see that starting to play out? We have a golden cross as well on the 4-hour time frame, and we're above both moving averages, and we're, well above the highs from back in April heading into May, right? So this is a good sign, man. Bulls are looking good on PLTR. It looks like we're still well on our way towards the mid-high 20s, even though we did have a little bit of a red day today, 8 cents in the red, down 0.3%. So let's see, guys. Let's see what we do over the next couple of days, right? Do we get back over $24? Do we start breaking towards $25, which is a big spot here? Let me draw this out so you guys can see. $25, we hit this point many times actually back in March, it looks like, middle of March, heading into the early days of April. We got rejected at $25. So that's kind of the window that we're in right now. You guys can see between 23.50 to about 25 to 25.50. Then if we're able to get out of 25.50, let's say, for example, then we could start making a move, towards the mid 26s. That's where we peaked right around earnings about a month ago. That's where we could be going, right? Then if that level were to break potentially, we could be going towards the mid 27s. We hit 27.50, which is the high over the last year, right? We hit 27.50 in the beginning of March. That's a target as well. That's well within striking distance from where we are now, right? It's not that crazy, guys. I mean, look, if we ran another 15%, we're already up 15% off the lows from just, a week, 2 weeks ago. If we ran another 15%, we'd be at the highs like that. And of course, I'm not saying for sure that's guaranteed, not saying for sure it's going to happen, but that's kind of what the charts are pointing at as of right now. I'd love to know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. And by the way, guys, run the like button up. Let's try and get at least 150 likes on this video, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I was reading my analytics, and I think 50% of you guys watch the content, but you're not subscribed. So if that's you, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all, as always, for tuning in here, right? So yeah, that's a quick breakdown on PLTR. Another great day for the stock, even though it had a red day, right? I would still consider today a W for the stock. So let me show you some other movers here that I'm looking at. We had ARM Holdings make a pretty nice move today, which, holy smokes, man, 8% in the green today. This completely broke out. And you guys can see we outlined this a couple of weeks ago, right? We had the wedge here on ARM Holdings. We were making higher lows, but at the same time, lower highs. You guys can see that. So clearly we took out the wedge. We broke out of the moving averages. We have a golden cross. And to be honest, it is a bit overbought here. So I'd be careful. But if we do get any sign of a pullback on ARM Holdings, I'll be all over that. Personally, you guys must do your own research as always, but clearly momentum is building up here, obviously. And who knows, maybe we don't pull back. Maybe we go straight to the high of 164 from back in February, and maybe we break that. That's a possibility, right? So ARM Holdings is looking pretty good. We had Tesla make a run today, which the chart still looks pretty bad. Obviously, we're still downtrending, but Tesla had a 4% green day today, testing the top of this channel. Let me extend it to the right. You guys can see we're testing the top of the channel yet again. So what are we going to do? Are we going to break out of here, right? Or are we going to get rejected and fill the gap down towards the lower hundreds, which if we do get down to 140, 130, 120, $100 somehow, which would be nuts, that's where I'd probably consider buying some Tesla, right? But at this point, I don't want to get caught in a bull trap, if you want to call it that, considering we've run up a ton over the last month and a half, 2 months. We hit 140, got to about 200. Now we're at 177, so we're still up about 30% off the lows, but clearly we're getting rejected at the channel here, top of the channel. So the last thing I'd want to do is buy here without the confirmation of the breakout, and then this thing starts tanking again towards the mid hundreds, maybe towards 130, 40. That's the last thing I want to do. So I'm being patient with Tesla. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. And we also had a lot more green today in Apple stock, which went up another 3%. I mean, look at this chart, guys. Holy smokes. All-time high, $220 per share. It's funny. NVIDIA took over Apple's market cap, and Apple was like, hold my beer, NVIDIA. And now we're seeing this big move. I'm pretty sure Apple's market cap now is bigger than NVIDIA's, not by much, but I'm pretty sure with the move after we got, the news about Apple Intelligence, right? So it's funny. These companies are going neck and neck right now, market cap wise. By the looks of it, man, Apple Apple is putting up a fight. They do not want to give up that number 2 spot to Microsoft, and we'll see how long that lasts. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and get your 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. All you guys have to do is use that link down below. Check out the QR code right here or go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. Get your money, guys. And of course, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.